Yo, welcome back everyone, Toy Shiz here, and we are back yet again for another McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse news update. Today we're going to be looking at a brand new line that is in the vein of Batman 66. As was told to me at Toy Fair 2025, and then basically told everyone at WonderCon 2025, they have reached the end of what they can do with Batman 66 because of likeness rights. Now, I, for one, would have loved to have seen the continuation of Batman 66, but at the same time, it became a fantastic line all its own. We got so many various characters that I never dreamed they would ever even get to, because the line kind of started off rocky, but it just kept going. So Batman 66 is done, and in its place will now be this new line, but they're going to be around the same body type, 6-inch scale, that kind of old school kind of articulation, which I do appreciate. And of course, I'm talking about the Super Friends. So this is very much in the vein of what I like to see for old school DC Comics, now into action figure form, the bright colors, those old school designs. That's where I'm really at with DC Comics. A lot of stuff, a lot of the new stuff. And you need new blood, right, to keep a franchise going. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't really work all too well. They need to keep changing, revamping. Before we get started, as always, I will put the affiliate pre-order links down in the description below. When the links become active, you'll have them, you'll be set if you're interested in grabbing these. But let's go ahead and talk about them. So first and foremost, to kick off the Super Friends line, we are going to be getting Hal Jordan, Green Lantern. And overall, I'm really liking what they're doing here. Again, the Batman 66 body type, the scale, I've always said, and it's not everyone's cup of tea, but for me, I get it. I get what they're going for. These are kind of like if you made these figures back in the 60s, early 70s, that kind of deal, this is what they could potentially, what if, that kind of thing, look like. And for that alone, I think they're great. I like the bright colors. I like the simplicity. Like if you look at the faces, it's just fun. So you have Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, comes with various accessories. It's just, yeah, that's what I think about with DC Comics. It looks very old school while also being something new. Now, in terms of accessories, it comes with a communicator and a green baseball bat. Of course, it's a Green Lantern construct, but you get the idea. And much like Batman 66, it's going to be on that same sort of card back, which nice bright colors. You got the cast of the Super Friends. You got the logo. It's just exciting. It's fun. It's retro. It's old school. The back looks amazing. Look at all those characters. I sincerely hope that they get to every single one of these before the line runs out. Now, they did reveal at WonderCon that they plan on making Gorilla Grodd, Toyman, Cheetah, characters like that, so perhaps we will see them in Wave 2. Fingers crossed. And what's a Green Lantern without the bad guy? You have to have Sinestro. And Sinestro looks amazing in all his 5-headed glory. He's got that widow's peak. He's got the large cranium, purple, blue. Yeah, that's just old school, thin pencil mustached Sinestro, and I totally dig it. It doesn't get any better than that. And I like that while it is all very much Super Friends, don't get me wrong, you could just have it as comic book Sinestro if you wanted to, and you could put it with Batman 66 if you wanted to. Much like Hal Jordan with his Green Lantern construct, yep, Sinestro has his yellow construct as well with like a pair of pliers. And then his little communicator device. Here he is all packaged up, ready to go. That looks awesome. That looks frickin' killer. Stoked to get Sinestro. Moving on, and again, this is what I like. If you get a hero, you need a villain, and so on and so forth. So we're getting Lex Luthor. And this is the type of Lex Luthor within the context of this style, this iteration, the years of DC Comics. This is what I like to see. So he's in that purple and green attire. I like what they're doing with the jet thrusters on the boots. That's pretty interesting. Again, it's just meant to be fun. It's goofy, but it's an iteration of DC Comics where, yeah, you don't really see all of that all too often. But he is very bald, and that's important when you have a character like Lex Luthor. And if you're wondering, he has his crystallizer ray, which, and I had to look this up, just FYI, but at one point he would crystallize all the characters. Now that would make for some interesting variants, platinum variants, characters that you don't necessarily need, but if you're a huge fan of Super Friends, well, that could be right up your alley. So again, much in the vein of Batman 66, while they are reusing parts and pieces here and there, this one seems to be largely all brand new, and I totally dig it. And he also has a little remote control to boot. So there he is, all card backed up. You have Lex Luthor from the Legion of Doom. And then to round it out, which, hear me out, there's a lot more to say, but we have Batman. Well, we have to have Batman. Come on, it's McFarlane Toys we're dealing with here. No, to say in so many ways, Batman is the ultimate character for DC Comics. You always have to have a Batman. He just sells. And I love the blues, the grays, the yellow belts. You got the bat emblem, the black on the mask. That is just awesome. He has his communicator. Again, this one is going to be kind of reuse from Batman 66. It looks to kind of have that same sort of taffeta cape. I'm really hoping that it's a lot more of a cloth cape this time around. You got the bat cowl. He does come with a rather large batarang, we'll just say, and like I said, the communicator, but he just looks cool, and that's all I'm really looking forward to. I'm looking forward to put him in the Batman 66 Batmobile. That's going to be rad as well. Now, because it's McFarlane Toys, you know they got to do platinum. So if you like Batman, perhaps you'll like the Universe of Evil Batman, which is essentially Owlman in so many ways, but just call him Evil Batman. It's funny, in the Super Friends for this Universe of Evil, all the various superheroes have that like old school like Star Trek kind of motif where Aquaman is evil because he has an eye patch and Robin has like a beard, and it's really funny. So yeah, Superman looks like he's cracked out of his mind, red eyes, black around. It's wild. And I'm sure that if they produce enough waves, you'll see all these before time runs out on the whole DC Comics line under McFarlane Toys. But it's going to come with the same exact accessories as the blue and gray Batman, so not a whole lot of difference there. But seemingly, he's going to come with a little collector card. So that's really a nice touch. And so that pretty much rounds out the entirety of Wave 1. However, when I was at Toy Fair on display, there was a red platinum Riddler. Now, as of right now, I don't have any further information. Perhaps because the pre-orders are going up, when it goes up, we'll have more to talk about. Perhaps it'll be part of the wave. If you buy the entire case, you'll get that platinum Riddler. It kind of remains to be seen as of me making this video, which is a couple days before the pre-order. So just keep that in mind. But rest assured, if he goes up or where you can buy him, I'll put all the links for you. But you see the red Batman right there. So he's the platinum. But then, yes, you have the red platinum character chase figure. You know how this goes for Edward Nygma, the Riddler. So just be prepared for that. I'm really looking forward to these. I think these are going to be a home run, at least for me on my end, with Batman 66 ended. Yeah, I'm just going to put these with my Batman 66 collection. I think that's going to be kind of cool. Put all the superheroes, the villains. You could even have them with the Adam West Batman, the Burt Ward Robin. It's just a lot of fun. So interesting to see which characters they do. Fingers crossed for the likes of Joker, Scarecrow. I'm really looking forward to Toyman, Grodd, Cheetah. That would all be great. Bizarro. You can have a lot of fun. Of course, the regular superheroes. Maybe we'll get the Wonder Twins in the meantime. Maybe a little Gleek, right? That would be awesome as well. But let me know your character hopes and wishes. Let me know if you're going to be pre-ordering these. Again, I'll put all the links down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. And until the next one, I will leave you guys with that. Adios.